Do you wash your crotch/genitals before oral sex? Why or why not? Always without a doubt she can't stand the smell after a long day, and neither can I edit. Thank you all for the upvotes and the awards, you people are awesome. Absolutely. A friend of mine told me whenever she would take a guy home with her from the bar, the first thing she would make him do was wash his hands. Thinking of all the dirty things hands touch every day, this made perfect sense to me. Well, the last year I started to wash my hands every time when coming home anyway. I've always done this. I imagine it was something my parents taught me when I was a kid, but no matter what part of my life, I always wash my hands when I get home. Yeah, first thing I do when I come home always. Can't imagine touching anything with my dirty hands, even if I haven't touched anything other than the doorknob. It's more of a let's make sure I'm not in need of a wash kind of thing for me and my so. Yeah, most of these seem like they're for single people. When you're in a relationship, they'll tell you if you stink. And maybe they'll like your stink anyway, though that's a whole different conversation to have at that point. It's true. My BF prefers me at least a few hours after a shower, rather than fresh out of a shower. In his words, he wants to be able to smell me and not my body wash lol. I remember reading or watching something about this a while back. Supposedly it's a part of human instinct. If you enjoy the smells of someone else's body odors, it supposedly means you have high likelihood of highly compatible genetics for making babies together. Supposedly has something to do with how our own family members smell really bad to us because their genetic makeup is very similar to ours. When someone's beau smells good, it means they are very different than ourselves on a genetic level. Random, but I always think about the scene in Pulp Fiction with his GF in the motel after he gets back from the fight. I stink, he says. She replies, but I love the way you stink. Ah yes, Thirsty Thursday on Reddit has arrived. Every day is Thirsty Thursday on AskReddit. I'm a builder, gotta wash pretty thoroughly daily anyway. If I'm expecting to get some, I double my efforts. Don't understand how some dudes get away without washing under their foreskin their whole life and get laid though, just nasty. This is sadly true. I clean dicks for my job. There was a 30-year-old penis the other day. I swear he never touched it or something because what came out of it was a thick clay-like substance that my assistant claimed smelled like putrid hot garbage, like a dozen maggoty goat cheese wheels in the sun. It took forever trying to scrape all of it out of there. Couldn't even pull the damned foreskin down at first. It was stuck, glued fast to the cheese clay crust in there. The gunk broke several examination swabs' giant Q-tips, so I gave up and used the tongue depressors like a spade to shovel it out. The duck kind of job do you have? One that doesn't pay well enough. Yeah, but you get good tips. Doesn't sound like they get good tips at all. I always autoclave mine. I'm fairly sure that would make it explode. Only if you leave the cap on too tight. This is the first time I read a biologist joke. Love it. I know, right? I was thinking gets one of us QQ. If there's even the slightest chance my wife's mouth will end up on or near my dick, I give it a wash. So you never wash your dick, eh? Got 'em. Sometimes just depends if it'll ruin the mood or not. For example, if it's spontaneous sex, usually not, but if I'm expecting it to happen, then yeah, I usually do it secretly in advance. This is literally half the reason I have a bidet. Go for a piss, rinse the boys, and give the old poop shoot a good dousing too, because assholes stink. Username might check out. I keep my dick well seasoned like cast iron cookware. I have the same ritual every time there's a reasonable chance I'll get a BJ. 1. Shower and clean thoroughly with non-fragrant soap. A lot of attention to between thighs and balls, between cheeks and any other spot where there could be odors. 2. Rinse my dick very well so there's no soap residue. 3. Use a little fragrance on the pubic area, soap, essential oil, perfume, or fragrant cream. With this regimen I got multiple "you smell so good." Good luck up. Doctor doing testicular cancer check. You know, I've been doing this for 30 years and I've gotta say, you've got the loveliest smelling pubes. I burst out laughing when I read the first sentence. I thought this was going to be, doctor doing testicular cancer check. Look man, I don't know what kind of chemicals you use down here and for how long. But you have stage 6 testicular cancer, This is not what two normal balls feels like at all. Reminds me of the Dave Chappelle stand-up, "Oh my god, your balls are as smooth as eggs. Yes, I will suck them." Edit, u2.b. Well, that's a thought I know will pop in my head next time I'm about to go down under. Still better than flossing with stray pubes for half an hour. Joke, what's the sound of a pube when it hits the floor? Spits. In the morning after my shower I use powder on my balls, Chassis brand. This stops my crotch from getting overly sweaty. I think that only works well for regular sex though. For oral, though my dick might be decently clean and not smelly, my ass is still pretty close to her face and fumes can waft. So, yeah, pop in the shower and clean up. Though, it's less inconvenient when I work out run in the evenings, because I already am going to shower just cause I'm sweaty. Two birds one stone kinda situation. I just read this as poop in the shower and clean up. Man, was I confused for a second. Waffle stomp. I went back and forth between upvoting and downvoting this. I decided on no vote. If you are planning to have sex at a particular time, then sure. But that's not usually how it works. I shower every day, but I have never once been like, hold tight. I need to go jump in the shower before we go any further. Edit, holy smokes, did not expect this comment to get so much attention. Obviously, if we have been working out or otherwise getting sweaty, my wife and I will clean up before sex. Some of y'all are nasty. Some are clean freaks. Shower sex is great. Be respectful of your partner. Stay safe out there, kids. You've never eaten ass, huh? 100% yes. And before sex. I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for 8 years. To be honest, it does sometimes bring down the mood, but honestly, sex is so much better when you're both clean and it's totally worth it. Also, yeast infections suck. If my so and I decide we need a shower beforehand, I always suggest a couple's shower so we can still keep the mood up somewhat. Plus, it's super fun washing each other's bodies sensually. Starting at puberty, I decided to wash my shit every day on the off chance I get lucky. Admittedly, it wasn't relevant for a while. But when it is, the payoff is fantastic. Edit, oof, this is embarrassing. Just to field the general jokes, I did wash everything prior to that. It became to a joke to myself starting around 12-year-old, that I wanted to make sure I was clean, just in case this was the day. Think of it as reframing an everyday activity as horny optimism. 6,570 days later. If I can get away, I will. I usually use good old body wash when I'm in the shower, but if I'm about to get it on, if I can get away, I'll use something softer, like a facial soap without a scent, on my dick, the balls, and around the groin. I usually keep myself trimmed really close and occasionally I'm shaven, so that helps a little. I just think I expect something similar from my partner, so I do the same. I do the exact same thing. Except instead of soap I use Cheese Whiz. Try Miracle Whip, you won't go back. Heck, I wash my crotch genitals every day. Sometimes twice. Not just before oral sex. Nah, I'm used to the taste of my own genitalia by now. Brave of you to assume I have oral sex. We are in the same boat, my friend. Just admiring the achievements of better men. Not necessarily better, don't measure yourself based on sex. If I can't take a whole shower, I at least use a couple vaginal safe wipes to clean up my pussy and anal area. I'm insecure, and anything I can do to ease anxiety, like not having to worry if I smell bad down there, makes sex better for me. Maybe someday I'll get over myself, but right now it works for me. In the same. I will refuse getting oral if I didn't shower first or if I peed, since the shower it's my hang-up. Shoot, I only just started accepting oral sometimes and am 31 and I've been with my husband over 7 years. I was so nervous to get oral from my ex-GF, yet I'd go down on her all the time. It really sucks lacking the confidence to have happy, enjoyable sex. Frown. It does, having a partner though who will occasionally, never in a pressuring way, just basically saying it's still on the table, bring it up and be supportive, trustworthy is amazingly helpful. If he never brought it up again, I'd probably never have finally accepted.